The first time I died, I felt everything: the cold, the silence, the moment my heartbeat slipped out of sync with time. But the strange part wasn't dying, it was waking up, alive and watching, my body still lying there. I didn't blink, couldn't breathe, yet somehow I was standing across the room, looking at me. I should have panicked, should have screamed, but instead I watched as the paramedics stormed the apartment, watched Naomi crying, watched my real hands turn pale. And then I felt it, a pull, like gravity but sideways. Like something in the corner of the room was watching back. It wasn't a voice, more like a suggestion pressed into my skull, like a memory that didn't belong to me. And then everything snapped back: the pain, the breath, my chest rising again as if nothing happened. Except Naomi was staring at me like she saw a ghost. And the clock, it was glitching, frozen, repeating the same second over and over again. They said it was stress, maybe epilepsy, or a dream. But I knew better, because that night, I heard my own voice on the radio, not a recording, not a hallucination. It was me, telling a story I hadn't lived yet. And the next day, it came true. I started testing it. Little things, moving objects, changing paths. Sometimes, the world rewrote itself to match. Other times, it broke. I'd walk into a room and forget what year it was. Naomi would call me by a different name. Strangers knew me like we'd grown up together. And then there were the mirrors. They stopped reflecting. They started responding. One night I saw it. Not in the mirror, but in the window. My reflection turned away while I stood still. Then it smiled, and I swear I felt it smile inside me. Naomi didn't see it. Or maybe she didn't want to. Because the next morning, she was gone. She left a note. No ink, no paper, just scratched into the table. You weren't supposed to wake up. And under that, coordinates in the middle of nowhere. I drove for hours. No signal, no sound. Then, a building, wrong geometry. Like someone guessed what a house looked like but got the math wrong. Inside, a chair, a screen, and me, tied to the chair. Eyes wide open, mouth moving, but no sound. The other me, he was talking to someone I couldn't see, repeating words like code. Then he stopped, looked straight at me, smiled, and said, "You're not the first one to make it this far." The screen lit up. My memories, my choices, my deaths, like a timeline running in reverse. And then, a message. Do you accept? I didn't know what it meant, but I said yes, because I wanted answers, and everything went dark. I woke up, but not in my world. Things were close, but wrong. Naomi was there, but she called me Thomas, and the news showed stories I'd never lived. I checked the mirror. It was still me, but the eyes were someone else's. I found a pattern. Every time I got too close to the truth, the world rewound, shifted, restarted. But I kept fragments, memories, clues, each version less stable than the last. One night, I left a message for myself, scratched it on the wall in a place only I would look. Next loop, it was still there. I wasn't imagining this, I was escaping it. Then came the static, in voices, in reflections, in my thoughts. Something was bleeding through. It wasn't trying to stop me, it was trying to wake me up. And then I saw her. Not Naomi, not any version. Her. She didn't speak. She just touched my forehead, and suddenly, I remembered everything. I wasn't just a person. I was a process, a recursion, a test, and something was running it. I found the core, not a place. A presence. It looked like me, but older, tired. It asked, "Do you want to end the loop?" I said yes. It smiled. "Then write the ending yourself." I fell through time, backwards, sideways. Every version of me, every path I didn't take got flashed by, all leading here, to this moment. I stood in a blank room, white, silent, waiting. A cursor blinked on a screen in front of me. One word, begin. So I wrote, line by line, truth by truth. Not just my story, but all of them. Even the broken ones, especially the broken ones. Because only then could we move on. As I wrote, the world rebuilt itself. People returned, places formed, memories healed, but not all. There were scars, voices I couldn't bring back, moments I'd lost forever, but I carried them. Because forgetting would mean repeating. Naomi found me again, or maybe I found her. She didn't ask questions, she just said, "Is it really over this time?" I said, "I think us were finally real. I still hear echoes, in static, in dreams. But now, they're quiet, like distant thunder after the storm. This is my last loop, my last rewrite. The story ends here, and maybe, just maybe, this time, it stays ended."